Okay, it's Ruta Brune here, and I want to do some catching up with you. First of all, I want to tell you it's freaking hot down here in Florida. It's currently 83 degrees, and it is 10:08. It's 83, but it feels like 91, and our humidity is 79%. It's been so hot this weekend, we didn't get a lot accomplished outside, so we had to wait till the sun went down and ran outside and did a few things. I actually worked on the garage last night before the sun went down. My husband mowed the lawn before the sun went down. It was so hot we had to wait, but it was still hot then, but it wasn't so brutal. And I took my morning walk with my neighbor this morning, which was a very nice walk. We had a nice chat. But it was hot. It was very, very hot. And I came home, jumped in a cool shower, and still didn't get refreshed. Drank a lot of water, turned the AC down, I still felt hot. Might be some underlying condition there, which I didn't really want to get into that. It might be too much information that you guys really don't care. But apparently I may have a kidney stone. And it's been rearing its ugly head off and on. I guess when they move around, my back hurts, and been getting some lab work done. And the doctor's supposed to refer me to a urologist. And they talked about it, and I waited for a call last week, didn't get it, so that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm calling my doctor and saying, where's that name for the urologist? And if they don't call me, I'm going to find my own freaking urologist. Maybe we can laser that thing and blast it out of me. I don't know how that works. But anyway, couple things. On my Get Return to Work video, I had talked about this brace that I was using for carpal tunnel problems. I spoke to my doctor about that, and I found out if you use a brace like this while you're working on your computer during the day, you can actually weaken your wrist more. So it's not a good idea. And they recommend you wear a brace like this at night. So if you're doing what I was doing, stop. The best thing while you're working is to use your stress balls, because that'll help strengthen your wrist. And I'm actually ambidextrous. I use my left and my right hand. So while you're working, when you take a break at work, or even when you're researching something and you're not using your mouse, use your stress ball to help strengthen your wrists. Very important. Okay, so some other things. This is just because I wanted to follow up. I told you guys about that mortgage check that got lost in the mail because of the gas shortage. Well, if they finally cashed the check, so I'm all paid up through July is all paid. So I was happy to see they got that check finally. I didn't have to cancel the check. That was good. And some other things I want to talk about. A couple people reached out to me and mentioned my midnight chair dancing. I guess you call it my crazy chair dancing. That was on the eve of my birthday. Well, the song choice wasn't by accident. First of all, that song has a very good beat to it, and I like it. But, of course, like everybody in your life, I'm sure we've all experienced heartache, and that's what the song's about. People that have broken hearts and they get together. It's a good song. I think they're a one-hit wonder, though. Wish they'd come out with some more music. And that band was Lovely the Band. It's an unusual name for a group. And I hope you enjoyed watching my butterfly videos. One thing I wanted to mention, which I've been looking for the video, I think it got deleted. When we had started the butterfly garden, we were so successful. One day, when I came home from work, I discovered some bees in the master bedroom, and they were honeybees. And I don't know how they got in because those were new windows in there. But anyway, our butterfly garden was so successful, we attracted honeybees. And we actually had to have them removed. So there were over 1,000 honeybees making a home in our fence. And when we called the bee man, he said they'll leave on their own. Well, my worry was we have some neighborhood kids that are very curious, and I was worried about them getting too close to the bees and perhaps someone getting stung if they interfered with the nesting, because they were actually making honeycombs. And so we had to have a bee man come and remove all the bees. But that's something that probably is rare, but it could happen. So if any of you are going to endeavor to make a butterfly garden like we did or we have, just be careful. I mean, we need honeybees, but you don't necessarily want them making a home in your yard. So we had to pay someone, I think at the time it was maybe $125, $150 to remove the bees. And they come in a typical suit covering them from head to toe, and they have a vacuum cleaner that vacuums the bees up, and they just move them. And sometimes they sell them to somebody else. He said we didn't really have enough bees for him to make any money on. But I did not want 1,000 bees in the yard. So it was worth it to me to get rid of them rather than wait for them to leave, because they might not have left, because he said there were already honeycombs. So anyway, I think that was about it. It's just been so hot. There's not much been happening, and just the usual day-to-day stuff. And I hope to talk to you soon.